Hello. Need to do um, a little audio checking. If you don't mind giving me some feedback. I did a test recording before, because right before we left for vacation, I unplugged my whole setup and moved it downstairs because we had Leah over, so we were playing Zomboid together downstairs. So yeah, I unplugged everything, moved my tower downstairs, and then had to move it back up and plug everything back in. So, but I think I got it running properly today. But I can go ahead and load into the game. I think we'll be able to just play until we finish tonight. Okay, good. Thank you, Daravish. Yeah, like I said, I did put some effort into testing. Then L1 is... Yes, okay. So I did look at where I have to go. So we'll see if I can figure it out from there. There's a dungeon down here. But I wanted to try to find the one... Excuse me, in the... Yes, in the Shaded Ruins. So for Dark Lurker, we have to talk to this guy in 3 places, and I think we've only talked to him in 1 place so far. But yeah, I probably sound a little off because I am still a bit sick. Things, I had intended to be back like a week early. Things got a little crazy. I think it was in here. Yeah, I think I need to use a branch on this guy. Well, I am mostly better already, I would say. Okay, yeah, I'm gonna kill these guys. Okay, at least I do damage. This seems pretty good. Although I'm probably a little over-leveled for this area. Who's cursing me now? Oh well. Do I not have a branch? I guess I must not. Hmm. That's annoying. Because I think it was like a drop. There's like a place where you drop through the floor somewhere. But yeah, we came back. So I was supposed to be back streaming again last week. You're getting sick or talking about it? Yeah. So I actually dodged it. But Kiwi got it as we were leaving New York. And then I got it from her like a few days later. And we're like almost better, I would say, at this point. I don't think it was in here. I think it was like farther. It was like over over here somewhere. Even though I've seen the guy, and he's like over here. The New York flu, yeah. That's what Kiwi was joking about, that she gets sick every time we go to New York. Which has been true, but, you know, probably is just because we tend to go there at Christmas to visit family, and traveling in a cold place in winter. Very common to get sick. So I need a branch, then, I think. I can go to one of the other spots first. Because I need to get up there. And I'm pretty sure you drop down to it. Perfect combination, yeah. Okay, so I'll just go back, I guess. We'll try the other location. Maybe there will be a branch somewhere around there. And it's like over the edge here somewhere. Yeah, I don't think I would have found this without watching a run. Oh, Lucatiel.
Oh, you... My thoughts are very scattered. What is this curse? The question rings in my mind, but I haven't the focus to answer it. Loss frightens me no end. Loss of memory, loss of self. If I were told that by killing you, I would be freed of this curse.
Yeah, she clearly doesn't remember my name, unfortunately.
I don't want to die. I want to exist. I would sacrifice anything at all for this.
It is, Jane.
It shames me, but it is the truth. Sometimes I feel obsessed with this insignificant thing called self. Even so, I am compelled to preserve it. Am I wrong to feel so?
HQ tired. Yeah, I understand.
You do the same in my
We went for a nice walk in the woods today. It's super snowy here, but the wind...
Maybe we're all cursed.
The wind wasn't too bad, so...
From the moment we're born.
We were out a fair bit in the snow. It was nice.
Sometimes I feel that even so, I am compelled to preserve it. Am I wrong to feel so?
Okay, so there must be another drop then. That leads to the thing I'm thinking about. There we go. Okay, so I need a key for this. Oh, I think you have to kill the giant. Is there no way back? No, okay, I need to go down here anyway. Hey, Secretion. Yeah, here, I need to kill these guys, or at least one of them. Hopefully it'll be easy, because I've got damage now. Oh, not that much damage. Oh, I also wasn't power stancing anymore. Oh, we went to New York to visit my family. So we were around New York City. We had a nice vacation for a week. And then I was supposed to be back last week, but Kiwi and I got sick on vacation. Oh, that has a hitbox there. That's weird. Forgotten key, nice. Power stancing katanas, yeah. I promised Kitch that I would. But, yeah. Also, unfortunately, like, shortly... Hey, Daniel. Shortly after we got back from our vacation, our cat that we had for 14 years, she was, like, really struggling to walk and stuff. And long story short, we took her in and we had to put her down. So we were a little sad last week. Oh, and still are, obviously, but ready to go back to doing stuff at least. But yeah, so that's why I was a week late getting back to stream and stuff. Okay, so I have to go back up. Poison. And then the door was like here. Oh, no. Yeah, she. Xandra. Like I said, she was 14. We'd had her a long time. She'd been pretty healthy most of that time. Had a good life, but it's still sad. Okay, yeah, there's the door. And we have the key now. I'll just look up where to get another fragrant branch of yore, because I think I need it for the next spot. I'm gonna get cursed again when I go back to the other spot, but I have a lot of effigies, so. No, this isn't Scholar. This is vanilla. Well, my dead, it's easier to find where I need to drop because of my souls being right there, at least. I have another thing to cure poison. These? Yes. Oh. Gives you all the keys? It does to DLC, but this isn't DLC.
Young undead, Dwayne Young. Male.
Okay. Yeah, so you have to exhaust his dialogue. Yeah, for Dark Lurker. Okay, and then I have the feathers. I can just feather back. Yeah, it's a lot to go through. It seems like. I'm just literally like, we've done everything else except the final bosses, so I'm just like, okay. Let's just look up how to get there. Vagrant branch of your PS2 vanilla. These are all in Scholar. Regular, there we go. Okay. So I have the list up. Oh, let me pull. Oops, sorry. Sorry, everybody. I could probably just go buy one. Let me put chat back up on top of this. Yeah. Find the katana boss. Alon? You mean like, how did I figure out where he was, or how did I like him? Because I liked Alon. Fume Knight was my favorite, like, by far. But, Alon was a really, really fun fight. I liked how much you could strafe, his seppuku death. I've seen other people do it. I didn't get it hitless. But, yeah, I like that fight. I like how much of his attacks you can strafe. I found it a very satisfying fight to do. I just didn't find it that difficult, honestly. So, I felt like Fume Knight was more complicated and harder, and I enjoyed it more. But I have, I promised Kitsch I would power stance katanas for this, but I used the lawn sword, like, for some of the DLC fights. I love Alon's sword as well. It's like a Nagamaki. It's a really cool type of weapon. So do you have this, or did I buy it? Fragrant Branch of Yore. Nice, okay.
Very well.
So let me just pop. I'm sure I have some souls. But yeah, I'm a big fan of Alon as well. It was funny because it was like, I was really underwhelmed with a lot of the fights in this game, honestly. But like right at the end, when I was doing DLC, there were like a few fights in a row where I was like, oh no, these are really good. It felt like all the good bosses, like the actually good bosses, were like really, really late in the game. Yeah, because honestly, people meme about DS2 like having a lot of bad bosses, but I've kind of felt more like, rather than having like a ton of really bad bosses, I felt more like it was just lacking in good bosses. Like, there were a lot of fights in this that were like fine. Like, I didn't hate them, but they, yeah, they just weren't interesting to me. Having played like so many Souls games already, a lot of the fights feel like basic, very, very basic Souls kind of fights. And like, only when I got to like the very end of the game, like in the DLCs and stuff, was it like, oh no, these are good. These are real fights. Like, these are the fights that made the rest of the game worth playing. And definitely Fume and Alon were like way up there on that list. Oh yeah, and I realized as well, I missed Belfry Gargoyles in Lost Bastille, so we have to go find them after this as well. That damage, though. No, gargoyles again, yeah. At least they'll be quick, because I have Gigadam, as BSD would say. So I don't anticipate it being too terrible, since I'm doing it way late. Accidentally. I think DS3... not as a boss, no. DS3 doesn't have a gargoyle boss. You're welcome, buddy. It seems like I was wrong about this as well. Oh, another Fragrant Branch of Yore. That's funny. Like in the video, they fell... Yeah, they give you the branch back. That is nice. It's polite of them. It's like over there. So... There it is. Okay. Well, I'm dumb then. I didn't need, Yeah, I didn't need the Fragrant Branch of Yore anyway. That was a very small detour. Homing Soul Mass.
We meet again, young. You have I am dumb. If you seek, well then.
Yes. Not dumb, you're uninformed. I'm just ignorant.
You are now a pilgrim of dark. The dark chasm beckons you.
Yeah. Touch the darkness.
Those drawn to the dark.
Yeah, his dark chasm is beckoning me. That's crazy.
Finally, now, young.
It's like the third time we've met and he's beckoning me towards his dark chasm. That's crazy. So I'll just buy one of these. Yeah. I mean, I'm hoping that the dungeons aren't like complete ass to do, but we'll find out. Because I just watched like how to get to them and I fast forwarded through the actual dungeons, so because I'm trying to do stuff as like blind as I reasonably can. But I wasn't gonna just wander the game for hours until I figured out where Dark Lurker was, so. Oh, NPC fights. It actually uses like a lot of stamina to do the L1s. I have to L1 though, it's in my nature. Oh. It does a lot more damage to L1 though. This is kind of annoying already. Maybe they aren't very long though. That's my opium now. These will be annoying but short. He does like no damage, he's just annoying. Okay, there we go. Bonfire Ascetic. Does this do anything? Okay. Okay. Well, I have a ton of fire butterflies. That feels like that might make this less annoying. Oh. I always forget to close the menu all the way. Okay. What does this do? Yeah, I also don't know what my goal in these dungeons is, so I'm just gonna, like, go forward. There we go. Okay, a fog gate. There's just one guy? No way, there's just one guy, right? There's never just one guy. He's a little bit faster than me. Always 5 guys, yeah. Hey, Donna. I see, it looks like I had to kill him to get that to disappear. Oh, I hope that's it. I hope that's all. Nice. Okay, yeah, so that's short, at least. Slaps, but is expensive. Yeah, I love their fries, mostly. Like, I like their burgers.
Young undead, let us see just how you have seen.
But mostly I just go there for
Slowly,
the Cajun fries.
scattered fragments grow. So it is we who will be. May the dark.
What's a resonant soul, then? I have so many souls, bro. Eating peanuts before ordering too. Yeah, I don't normally eat peanuts and throw shells on the floor in the waiting area. Yeah, there's a place around here called Texas Roadhouse that's fairly popular that does also let you eat peanuts at the table the whole time. It's not one of these. The key items are this way. Missed heart. Yeah, I'll worry about it later then. Okay. Okay, so yeah, the dungeons are short at least. It's fine. COVID killed most of that beyond growing peanut allergies. Huh. Yeah, I haven't been to Texas Roadhouse in a long time. So I don't know if they still do. But that used to be their thing for a long time. I had a job cleaning a Texas Roadhouse at night as well. For like a janitorial service for like a while when I was younger. So I had to clean up some of those peanut shells. The peanut shells were far from the most annoying part of that job, though, honestly, so it didn't, like, make me a peanut hater or anything. Really only a first world problem? That's interesting. No, don't roll! Alright. Culturally specific. That is interesting. I mostly don't have a strong opinion on peanuts. I do eat a lot of peanut butter toast, though. That is one of my go-to, It is one of my go-to, nighttime snacks, actually. There we go. Hey, buddy. Finally. Almond butter?
Young undead.
No, I haven't.
The dark.
Maybe I should try it, though. Oh, do I have to give him a human effigy? Okay, yeah. Sure, buddy.
May the dark shine.
I was looking at cashew butter recently, actually.
Shine your way.
Because apparently, like, there's stuff you could do with cashews for, like, a dairy substitute. And so I thought about, like, messing around with it for that reason. I'm a smoother, definitely. I could probably tolerate a crunchy butter as an adult. Hey, Zarel. Well, in this case, it was for, a potato soup. Fake milk from, like, every nut. Yeah, this was, like, apparently, like, dried cashews, or sorry, soaked cashews blended is supposed to be like really good for a dairy substitute. Like it makes like a cream that doesn't taste super strong. Because a lot of like fake milks and stuff you get, or fake creams, are like coconut based, so they kind of taste a little coconutty. So I was looking for something not coconut based to put in a soup. A cheesecloth to strain nut shards from nut milk. I see. I ended up not doing the cashew method in that case anyway. I found just a store-bought non-dairy cream to try, and I was pretty happy with it. I have to use an effigy every time. That's going to be annoying.
Now, young. A master, if... Yes, a master, if you...
Well, hopefully I don't die a lot then. Or adding the right texture with oats. Yeah, there were some recipes I was reading that used like a bunch of different things, like to create like the real, like both to get the texture and like the feel of milk and stuff. Some people go pretty hardcore with it. The thing I heard about the cashew thing though, that made me less wanting to try it was Leah told me that it doesn't keep very long in her experience, and that was like kind of the downside to it. If I could backstab this guy... Well, and so the thing is too, like, personally, I actually tolerate dairy really well, even as an adult. Kiwi handles it okay, but we were having Leah over, and she's more sensitive to it, so I was trying to find something for her, mostly. Oh, this is terrible, okay. Can I run from these guys? Torch butterfly. I don't actually know if I need to do this, but it feels like maybe I should. Store fake milk and season over it? Yeah, that sounds more like what I would do. Considering that I don't have to do it, like, super often. Doing, like, 5 days, I've not started it at all. That's how it be sometimes. There we go. Okay, the katanas were really bad for this guy, though. I think I want something with more reach. So I need to kill these guys now. Holy shit, that does, like, no damage, though. Maybe I could bait them into the hole here, then. Speedrunning it last night is the way. Yeah, we approve. We are runners here. You're just being a runner, Deschain. Oat milk has the least flavor as a substitute. I've been impressed with the stuff that oats are good for. I kind of got introduced to the magic of oats because of Kiwi and her family. Because, like, they would make meatloaf and they would use oats as a binding agent instead of breadcrumbs. Like oats and egg. And I tried it, I actually really, really liked it. So, I've been impressed with oats in the past. What is the R2 on this? Oh, right, it's the Black Blade R2. If it staggers him, that actually might not be bad. A little too slow here. He leashes, I think, though. Well, now he's not leashing. I feel like I should be able to backstab this guy, but I'm struggling to do it. actually kind of hard to punish these guys when they're leashing, though. There we go. Burgers together more than breadcrumbs, but also make them a little more dense. The individual preference, I see. I haven't tried them for, like, any other kind of, like, meat like that. When I do burgers, I usually just use normal beef. Like, just beef. A tech that made people feel like it's the last day. Yeah, and without it actually being the last day. I'm just glad I haven't been in school in a long time, honestly. That's what this conversation is making me feel like. I also used to do everything that way. But I always hated it, honestly. Okay, you do have a close ranged attack. Since phones were... Oh, man. It was pre-phone for me. I was already that way. Because I'm old. This guy's so tanky. Honestly, I'm surprised. It's just exploded. Give people fake deadlines. They can actually edit their first drafts. I'm trying to remember. I know we did have some teachers who, like, they would have a day that, like, your first draft was due. Like, you had to have something by that day, but it wasn't the final thing. But a lot of us, like, the problem was that a lot of us would, like, barely edit our first draft. Tell you has gotten worse. Yeah, I can't imagine, honestly. Honestly, like, I feel like Discord is bad enough about distracting me from doing... So we have to kill all these people, apparently. Like, having my friends close on Discord, like, in... Like, just having somebody I can talk to at any moment. Like, definitely makes it harder for me to do stuff sometimes. I will say about myself, though, I am pretty good about not always having my phone on me when I'm, like, out. But also, I make a point to not have Discord on my phone, even though I use Discord all the time. And, like even when we went to SGDQ, I installed Discord on my phone. Okay, I do have to kill that guy. I installed Discord on my phone because we were meeting some people that we only talked to on Discord so that we could coordinate. But, like, as soon as we got back home from GDQ, I re-deleted Discord off my phone. Because I much rather, when I'm out of the house at least, I don't want to be tempted. And I don't really, I, like, barely text anybody. So I'm not generally tempted. Either glued to a device or totally off. Yeah, I'm closer to that. Like, if I'm at home, I'm probably on my computer. But, like, if I'm out doing something, I'm not really on my phone at all. Or, like, I'm outside a lot of the time, honestly. Hey, John. I am back. We will be doing a normal schedule from now on, again. Either answering immediately or not reachable for hours, yeah. I will say I have been taking I do take my phone out with me when I walk, but just to take pictures. Like I said, I don't have Discord on my phone deliberately, and I barely text with anybody. Like, I text with Kiwi sometimes just to, like, organize stuff. Like, if we're, like, arranging things. Mostly if we're, like, just chatting for fun, we're chatting on Discord instead. And then I do text Leah occasionally about random stuff, but more often we talk on Discord as well. Thank you, Donna. Yeah, I think that's the thing, I guess. I think it's here. Not even your phone for you. How spacey. Yeah. Oh yeah. I want to switch back to the katana. I'll try. The dual katanas. The Nagamaki was really nice for that section. Okay, so it's one of these holes. Which hole? Not that hole. Hole. Just Jane hates you. Feels man. Oh, okay, there's a bonfire down here, so I didn't need to figure out which hole. That was honestly the annoying thing. Oh, by the way, yeah, the survey things that we were doing for that study, we finally finished them, so I don't have to do 5 surveys a day all the time. Don't remember how to say I love you.
The master, if you...
Because that was one of the things they told us when they assigned us the surveys.
Shine your way.
They were like, oh, you have your phones. Like, everybody has their phones on them all the time anyway, right? So, you know, it's not a big deal that you have to do 5 surveys a day. But, like, yeah, I normally don't. Attrition rates? Yeah, they asked us. So with this, it was like, you had to have a compliance of, like, 80-something% or you didn't get paid, and it was, like, $75. Thick. This place has many dark chasms, apparently. Yeah, they were driving me crazy. It was like, it was 29 days, and it was like $75 if you did like most of them. But yeah, it ended up being a lot. But yeah, we did it. We both got the $75, so. Dark chasm in your basement, yeah. But yeah, they were driving us crazy, and like I said, we normally don't like honestly, like I normally didn't have my phone like with me if I was like at home even. Like I would be on my computer, but not really my phone. So it was a pretty big shift for us to like have to actually have our phones on us all the time. And we were doing so much shit like over that time period as well, because it was over December. Like we traveled to New York. Like we had to make time to do those at least some of the time when we were like, you know, walking around New York City. Like it was really annoying. Or like, you know, playing games with our family or whatever. So it was a lot, but you know, $75 is $75, so. I know in the speedrun they make these guys fall in the holes. I feel like I'm gonna make myself fall in the hole though. 'Cause you seem to be smart enough to not just like, this isn't gonna trick you. There's like, yeah, this is all fine. Ah, I was hoping he couldn't reach me from there. Yeah, those are big Miyazaki holes. He just went through with their whole like paint tool and just carved out big sections. I might actually want the spear. Who's Havel the Rock? This is probably whatever the fuck his name is from Gank Squad. I don't remember their names. That joke would work better if I remembered their names, but no one cares. If I get a backstab on him with these big Miyazaki holes, yeah, long ones.
Fine. The master, if he...
We only have like one more thing to do for that, like that whole study as well to get the last of the money.
May the dark...
Just have to do like a Varg. Okay. Yeah, no one gives. Yeah, that's not Havel. That's Varg, of course. Varg the Varg. Varg. Not having a poison swamp at the bottom of the hole. Yeah. Minus 40 DKP. That's a WoW joke, right? Or rating. WoW. I've been slightly educated in that. Yeah, when in doubt, just go back to Pokestick. Holy shit, it feels like spears are so good in this game. Onyxia raid, yeah. I was taught about that when I did, when I was raiding in Guild Wars 2. Grand Lance. This is the Hide Spear. But I think it's pretty grand. Holy shit, this does so much better damage too, what the fuck? Not to stand in the fire. Got it. Yeah, it's doing pretty grand. Yeah, Guild Wars 2 raids were pretty similar. Like, just don't stand in the shit. I don't even know if I need to do this, but... like, I'm here, so I'm going to. Stand in the fire. Don't let Twitch chat tell you what to do. Yeah. Yeah, and we definitely had some less experienced players who would sometimes just stand in the garbage and expect to be healed through it or whatever. Guild Wars 2 raids were really weird, because the game, like, before the introduction of raids had been, like, super casual focused. Like, short, easy content. And then they introduced raids, which were actually pretty hard. And we were in a guild that was, like, interested in raiding, but we weren't, like, a super hardcore guild, so we didn't, like, kick people for being bad, as long as they were, like, trying. So it was kind of tough sometimes. Gonna take a nap? Alright, Dust Chain. Hope you sleep well. Okay, that's the start. Okay, so we're almost through. I looked at the stance, like the way that they changed their stance, like right as they saw me. We could just do this forever. Holy fuck, Spear is so good. Why do I have to be a weeb, man? I've just done this the whole game. Holy shit. Okay. Okay, so this should be the end. Well, wait, hold on. Is there more? No, okay, this is the end. Okay. Let me switch back to katanas for Dark Lurker. I hope I don't have to do this shit every time. I don't know what the run back to Dark Lurker is like. Quag. Yeah, spears are sick. Okay. Ease up. Interesting. Hey, Blighter. What if you had 7 spears? That would be pretty great. Oh, those explode. Okay. Okay, I'm glad that didn't do damage. He teleported. That has a little bit of a backswing. That looks strafable though. Okay, that's an AoE. That's a teleport, or... Oh, no, he's splitting. Damn, I got, like, garbage. I get no damage on the split. Oh, no. Okay. Laser. The other one doing laser as well. Okay. I don't mind this fight, but I'm terrified of this run back. And at least at the moment, that is somewhat affecting my enjoyment of the boss fight, is fearing that I have to do the dungeon again. Oops. Well, at least it launched me out of the way. Could tell that time I'm like right in the laser path. Okay. I was like, I'm gonna get destroyed. Estus and DS2 is wild. Yeah. No, I mean the life gems are better, but I don't want to like they're consumable. Do I have to do the thing again? That's my only question. Hey, Mario. I mean, I will pull the spear back out if I do need to. And just poke them. I think mechanically the fight is fun, though.
I knew that there is more dark. Dark is
That's cool.
the master, if you...
Surely I'm gonna load in here and everything's gonna be dead already.
Dead.
Surely.
May the dark shine your way.
I'm sorry. Or maybe things will be alive, but the gate will be open. Alright, let's get the spear back out. This is the longest dungeon, I feel like, too. Yeah. Okay, he's there. Okay, I'm gonna run through once and just see. Is it fogged? It is. I don't even know what the fire does. Okay, one of them fell. Another one of them fell. It was me. Yeah, DS2 makes some baffling decisions. Man, and having to spend effigies, this would be like a crazy difficult.
Young,
Like first playthrough, I feel like this would be
mouth, if you
insane. If you actually have to use effigies.
may the dark shine.
So if I went back and did a different dungeon, would it now have Dark Lurker at the end of it, by the way? Oh yeah, finding this boss without a walkthrough. That is also very true, yeah. I should just play it safe. I should just kill at a time. Because it's not very difficult with the spear. Just, yes, you Havel. Or Bard. Bargle. 2. Up. Nice hyper armor. Oh right, that guy's there too. This guy hyper armors too. Away from the mage. I'm gonna resin before the fight this time too. Just any extra damage I can get. I think I saw all of his attacks. You kidding me, bro? I mean, I realized that, like, Pavel wasn't actually, like, hyper-armoring me most of the time because he wasn't attacking when I started hitting him, but... And he did hyper-armor me the one time that he was, but it still feels crazy. Feels like that guy has more hyper-armor. Just load back into Dark Lurker? Yeah, that's all I'm saying. Like, that's what I mean is weird about this game sometimes. There's just some decisions where it, like, it feels like it very easily could have not been ass, and they just chose to make it ass. Mechanically, I think the fight is fun. Oh, it removes my resin. That's cool. Because it's a load, but... Maybe I could just buff here. Correct. Oh, that's a bigger AoE than I thought. Wow. Really? Okay. Yeah, and Garg shouldn't really be anything because I'm over leveled. Yeah, this one.
Fine. Yeah. A master, if young undead, may the dark shine your way.
I might see how Spear does against Dark Lurker, if it does more damage. Who out lurking in the dark is this asshole, who becomes these two assholes. Me smile. Sorry. Get your ass over here. Mitosis? Oh no, it is. Like, yeah, he's... Okay, well, the running attack gets hyper armor, so yeah, the Rapier guy has more hyper armor than Varg, the stone man. Glowing bitch. It's your roommate is in the kitchen. Feels man. Oh, I was like, can I sneak up behind him? The fire is still lit over there. I don't know what that does for me. Get over it. Yeah, fuck you. Fuck you. Yeah, because they knocked them all in the holes. I remember vaguely seeing them knock them in this hole. I think they just kite all of them to this hole and then knock them in. Okay, might as well top off. I don't want to waste effigies, though, because it takes effigies to get in here. Okay, I'm going to see if the spear does more damage. Oh, he really likes to open with this. I guess that's good. I could buff here if I wanted to. Don't remember. I don't really think that's better damage. 150? Oh, maybe. Yeah, I guess this is the way then. He's gonna split soon, right? Now he will. I was stun locked there. Okay. I was doing really good damage. Ooh, I'll bright bug. I'll do it. I will bright bug. Actually. I went for one hit too many. Do I have bright bugs or I need to go buy them? I do. I have 4. Okay. Yeah. He's bugging. He's bugging out. Yeah. He's gonna bug. Yeah.
Fine. Yeah. A master, if you...
Yeah, I just need to go for not quite as many hits. You get good damage when they're, like, there together, but you have to be careful. Because they can do good damage to you, too. Okay, so we kill Havel, we kill the mage, and then we poke the one guy into the pit. I would very much like to just not buff and do Dark Lurker with just the katanas, but sick. But yeah, I'm not gonna do this stupid dungeon more than I have to, so I will burst him down if I can. Oh, need you over here. Oh, that tracked better than I expected. But you're dead now, so. Dark Lurker because of the dungeons. Yeah, which is a shame. I feel like the fight could be okay, but yeah. I don't even, honestly, like, I don't think the dungeons are fun. But I don't mind them that much because of how short they are. I just mind that I have to repeat them. Like, that's the only thing that irritates me about this. Like, they would be uninteresting, but fine. If I could just go right to Dark Lurker now that I've done them. Some stakes of Nishandra, yeah. Never heard them. That's funny that you call them that, but yeah. Oh, he didn't do the laser opener. I guess he was just doing the laser opener because I was far. Yeah, I know who Nash is. Oh. I'm bugging. You're in for it now, buddy. When you get down here. Get bugged on. Oh, okay, that last one spreads out. Okay, that didn't hit me though, so. Oh, you bastard. Like, that's a fun attack to strafe. Oh, that's a bigger AoE than expected. Oh shit. Don't hit me again. Get up. Get up. Bright bugs last forever, man. Holy shit. Okay, I'm gonna wait. So you want to do it too, right? Yeah. Okay. Yeah, the other one was just kind of... The other one just kind of fucked off, so I was like, I'm just gonna shank this one. Brightbug's good. Spear's good. Yeah, we bugged him. Yeah, okay, so the fight is cool. I like that fight. I just don't like the dungeons. Yeah, achievements. Right, the bug until the dark lurked. Exactly. Sick. You're an asshole.
Young undead, you've discovered the truest dark within you.
Yeah, if you only had to do dungeons once, it'd be fine. Yeah, yeah.
Deep, deep dark.
Yeah, like I said, I don't think the dungeons are interesting at the best of times, but they're, like, fine. It's not a big deal. They're so short. Like, who cares?
We need the abyss more now than ever.
Yeah, like, this would be brutal. Oh, Xanthus stuff. That's cool. So that's where this came from. Oh, and he gave me,
Shine your way.
Huh. So you go into his dark chasm and he gives you a climax? I see. I see how it is. I think we can get like one level in Majula. And then we'll try to find our way to Gargs. Which requires a Ferris Lockstone, I know that. Hey, Allie.
Bearer of the until
I saw the schedule update for your marathon, Allie. KK's just on... Yeah, KK's just on vacation, I think, until the 10th. I sent her the updated schedule and stuff as well. I think that time, the new time, will actually be better for her. So that's good. But hopefully she'll get back to me tonight, because I sent it to her when it was like very late time Australia time, or very late Australia time, so. Wasn't aware that it changed it, but yeah, it's fine, it's good. I thought it was earlier before, but I don't remember. But the time it is now should be good for, it's good for me, it should be good for KK, so. Yeah, it's just a matter of when she's back from vacation and free to tech check, which is like in a few days. But I am making sure that she's aware of stuff too. Spastille. Yeah, so I don't know where exactly we'll go here. We'll just have to poke around. Guess we'll start from here. It's cool to be a marathon closer, though. Hey, Carl. Thanks for the raid, Bearer of the Curse. Oh, we just beat Dark Lurker, Carl. Seek lest. Yeah. Hey, Esper. But if you gotta go get dinner, totally understand. I will see you later. Dark what now? Yeah. Dark Lurker was fun. The dungeons were not. Never found that boss. Yeah, that's okay. It was annoying to get to. The boss is fun, but getting there is just frustrating. I don't blame anybody for skipping it. We gotta do all the things. Hey, Zio. See how Frosty's doing at work, see what she'd like to eat. Very cool. Hope you have a good night, Carl. One of the better bosses? Yeah, I like Dark Lurker. Yeah, the fight was good, honestly. It just, yeah, it was frustrating. Hold on, let me pull up some stuff. Carl Strim, when he said he was cutting off. No, the raid was coming here, you would have stayed. Yeah. Well, we're all here anyway. There we go. So I know I'm looking for a Ferris Lockstone here. I missed Bell Gargoyles. It's like the only optional boss that I missed. And I wanted to make sure I did everything before I quit. Triple gank boss, and one of them is basically Havel was lame. Yeah, Gank Squad was bad too. Honestly, I felt like most of the fights in this game weren't bad, they were just, like, very forgettable. But there are a few places that are like, why would they ever have done this? And then I loved Fume Knight. Fume Knight is still my favorite fight in the game. Although Dark Lurker, honestly, I really enjoyed Dark Lurker. More than I expected to. Hey, Fairy Cult. Frigid Outskirts, you're below. Yeah, me getting through Frigid Outskirts was insane. That was like a stream or two ago. And the really frustrating thing about it too was that I almost beat Double Cats first try, but then I died to them, and then it took me like 10 attempts or something in the end to beat Double Cats. So I almost only had to get through Horsefuck Valley once, and then instead ended up having to do it like a dozen times. It was brutal. But we did it. Part of my problem with Double Cats as well was just that they have so much health and I'm using katanas. Like, my katana's broke. I had to swap weapons in that fight twice. Like, go into my menu and change weapons. Because I was using these two katanas, and then I switched to Alon's katana. Because I'm a weeb and I can't help it. And then Alon's katana broke, like, before the second cat died. And I was like, son of a bitch, I had to go switch to my hide spear. But I managed it. Because, like, I was doing the head... I knew I was going to have to switch, like, at least once, right? But I was doing the head math, and I was like, no, I think this is enough durability. Getting rid of weapon degradation. Yeah. I was like, I think I have enough weapon durability. And then the cat cast the one buff, and I didn't know what it did, and then I realized it reduced how much damage I was doing. And because of that, like, reduced damage, I actually didn't have enough durability to kill, suddenly. I feel like it's up here somewhere. It was wild. But yeah, I'm glad they decided to get rid of weapon degradation. It's a weird mechanic. In DS1, I felt like it really only mattered in like a few places where there were enemies that specifically broke your weapons, which was obnoxious. And otherwise, I was mostly able to ignore it with the weapons I was using. It feels like it matters a lot more in this game, but I don't know if it's just because I'm using katanas. And then in DS3, it was just like completely a non-mechanic. And same for Bloodborne, it's like... They basically just scaled it so it didn't matter instead of just getting rid of it. Ever had a weapon break in DS1 or DS3? Yeah, in DS1, I literally only got stuff broken when I got, like, acid sprayed on me and lost Izalith. And then in DS3, I only ever had... I had, like, some katanas break at one point when I was, like, farming repeatedly with them. And katanas are, like, the most fragile in that game, too. So it was basically a non-mechanic. Weapon at risk, yeah. Well, so there was also a thing... This is, like, obviously outside of normal gameplay. But there was a thing a lot of us would do, like, who ran Dark Souls 3, to practice certain fights, where, we would have Cheat Engine up, and we would just turn on, like, no damage, so that, like, you don't take any damage, but also the bosses don't take any damage either. And then we would just, like, beat on the bosses, like, just to practice their movesets. We would just dodge them and beat on the bosses, like, forever. And then your weapon would break, because you're just beating on them for, like, half an hour. Oh, I shouldn't have rested, actually. Yeah, I'm just a hopeless weeb. DS2 durability is so rough. Yeah. DS2 made some very strange decisions. I respect what they were going for, but it feels like they made a lot of decisions that were meant to make the game more grindy. Because, like, they tried to make it harder to run past enemies, but then they did the despawn mechanic right, so it's like, oh, well, we don't want you to run past enemies as much, but we will let you just kill the enemies over and over until you can just walk past where they were. So, like, it makes sense, I guess, but it also is kind of boring. Because it just makes the game grindier. They did a lot of stuff like that, I feel, in this. Where it's like, yeah, okay, that's a way to go with it, but I don't feel like it makes the game more fun. Okay, it wasn't over here. It was somewhere in here. I should be looking on the floor. Should be a Ferris Lockstone somewhere. Fragrant branches of yours, a mechanic that can go straight to hell. Yeah, this is vanilla, so I didn't have to use them too much. I know in Scholar they put them, like, everywhere. What the heck is this Lockstone? Have I been through here? I did go through here. It must be in, like, another part of the tower. It must not be in this section. Yes. So this is nothing. But yeah, so I used to run, your princess is in another tower. Yeah, exactly. So I did used to run Dark Souls 3, but these days I'm primarily a Sekiro runner, so that's why I gravitate towards katanas. Either full clearing every area pre-boss or stocking the fuck up on repair powders. Yeah, that's like some of the late game stuff. That like the craziest to me, because like runner, learner, watcher, yeah. But that's like the craziest thing to me is the fact that like on Double Cats, because of my weapon choice, I had to like repair multiple times or like switch weapons like mid-fight. Like that's crazy to me as a balanced decision because I had a maxed out weapon. Like I wasn't doing anything out of the ordinary, and it's crazy to me that they would still expect me to do that as a mechanic. Optimizing by doing today's workout while cooking chili. Nice. Run Sekiro because of katanas. I don't know. There were other types of swords I liked more, I think, before I ran Sekiro. Stop playing Sekiro. Sure, I'll have fun beating it, but miss the RPG aspects. Well, okay. Hey, Wanda. Well, so, okay, I will say this, that is relevant. Even before Sekiro, I was always, like, a dex weapon melee player, right? So, the changes that they made, like, the stuff that they took out of Sekiro was not stuff I ever really engaged with anyway. Because I wasn't using magic. I was just running around and hitting things with a sword. It was more often like either a great sword or a straight sword, but yeah, I was never the kind of person who really cared about making crazy magic builds or stacking spell buffs or anything. I just wanted to hit things with a melee weapon. So there's a lot of stuff about Sekiro that did appeal to me in terms of like the mechanics that they chose to keep in, basically. Sword and Board Knight with a little bit of magic for Spellblade spells and such. Yeah, that makes sense to me, honestly, like to see as much of the game as you can. But yeah, I generally know what I like in these games, so these days I will just find a cool Dex-y kind of weapon and not use a shield and just dodge around and hit things. So on that level, Sekiro definitely fit me specifically. And then, like, in exchange for giving up some of those RPG elements... Ah, this maybe is it. In exchange for giving up some of those RPG elements, you get, like, more mobility and, like, being able to, like, climb on things. Which also I really, really enjoy as a... just as a player. So on some level, it did kind of feel like they made Sekiro for me. Oh, I already went in here. Okay, so it's not this Ferris Lockstone. Hopefully I don't run out of them. Big bonk stick. Yeah, and that's the other thing. I wasn't even like a big heavy strength weapon user. I was like a little light dex weapon anyway, so I was like, oh yeah, I don't mind any of that stuff. Not being here. Great sword user in all your Dark Souls first playthroughs. So I used Claymore for my first playthrough of DS1, and I really liked it. Something like great sword size, and then having access to a poke. Even if I had to one hand to get the poke, I really liked it. Free PS4 fall into your lap with Bloodborne installed. Who's to support Sony? Yeah. Yeah, Bloodborne I really liked as well. For similar reasons. But Bloodborne definitely still gives you more build variety than Sekiro. But again, it doesn't have as much mobility. Buy a bunch of shares in From. They bought shares in Katakawa, From's parent company. Yeah. I don't know how much control that's going to give them over From, really. 10% of Katakawa now, I see. Do I want to check this, or do I want to go over there? Well, now you kind of know, Death Chain. Okay, this looks right to me. Tell Miyazaki to put socks on the girls, yeah. Please, thank you. 50 billion yen. Yeah, sometimes we forget, like, the other big parts. Two largest holders of anime IP. I see. Sony already controls like 80% of anime distribution worldwide. Yeah, it can be weird for us to think about stuff like that in other contexts. Okay, maybe it's up there, but I would need to look around here first. Excuse me. Because what's this way? I mean, at least I'm getting life gems, I guess. I don't know, because I always think about that when people are like, why doesn't Sony just, life gems are infinite? Well, yeah, I guess, but I don't want to farm them. Unless there's, like, a very convenient way to get more. Alright, Ruin Sentinels. Yeah, is there a merchant you can buy? I didn't know if there was a merchant you could just always buy from. Well, I can't remember if Gargs are before. I think they're accessible before Ruin Sentinels. Do I want the real answer? Yeah, I mean it's towards the end of the game. I don't care at this point. This is my first playthrough. Yeah. I've just been in the speedrunning community a long time, so there's a lot of like random stuff I know. The merchant before Lost Giant? Oh, I thought she oh, you have to talk to her a bunch. I see. Then she goes back to Majula. Yeah, I never sent her back to Majula. I never talked to her. I just bought stuff from her. Oh, maybe it is after Ruin Sentinels, then. Either that or it was, like, over there. Bought double cats already? Yeah. I'm going back to try and find, Belfry gargoyles, because I missed them. They're, like, the only optional boss that I missed first playthrough. Like, sorry. Not first playthrough, but, like, without looking anything up. I mean, other than like Dark Lurker, I just looked up a guide because I knew Dark Lurker was like took a lot to get to. So I always intended to just look up a guide for Dark Lurker. But other than that, I had just wandered. Oh, and this is where I started. Damn it. Okay. Yeah, that makes sense. I just didn't talk to that merchant then. Oh well. Yeah, so I always used Estus first. And then I would Oh, okay. I don't know what this is. I always just use Estus first, and then I would Oh, I mean, I just didn't talk to her enough to send her to Majula, I guess is what I mean. I bought some gems for her, from her. Hush. Hmm. Okay, so I want to go back and go through the other way then. Half of that spell. Yeah, it's the useless half as well. Well, mostly useless. Hmm. Okay. Useful in the undead settlement. I mean, yeah, there are some niche places where, like, being silent helps you get through certain enemies, yeah. Yeah, but it's also faster to just not grab those skulls. I mean, the skulls are like a 6-second time loss, so, like, you should be grabbing them until you're, like, been running a long time, but... yeah, this way. This'll work, I guess. Then I'll go up. I'm not sure there's too much for me to be spoiled about at this point. Like, I don't mind wandering around until I find, Gargs. But it's just Gargs and then, like, the final bosses left. At this point. Okay, so maybe it's over here. Watch the video and try to do it. No, I mean, you should be. It's like 6 seconds, like I said. Like, Record in Dark Souls 3 had, like, skulls in it for a very long time, Deathchain. You should be grabbing it. It's just my excuse for saying spook is useless. Or the silence part is useless. But yeah, there are some specific places where it's relevant. Spook quitouts. Yeah, that's fine. Oh yeah, okay. I've been over there, because that's where you go after the thing. Where's this then? I've been over here, but... That's a death hole. Oh, maybe I haven't been over here. This is a chest here. Antiquated key. Okay. Maybe now I can get through. Maybe I needed that key. And that's why I didn't find them. Oh yeah, I went the whole game without Silver Serpent as well. That's okay though, I don't feel like I was ever really hurting for levels. I don't feel the worst about that. I'll warp back. DS2 gives you a lot of levels. It seemed like it. DS2 is very generous with levels. Yeah. No one needs levels? Okay. That's maybe a different thing. I felt like I got really high leveled really fast. But also, like, really early on, I felt like I needed levels because, like, I needed to put stuff in ADP, and I wanted to get more health as well. But I also had to dump enough stats to use the black steel katanas. Because of course I did. Here. You guys are pretty over-leveled in the run. Yeah, people always think that in Dark Souls 3. Well, I didn't know how many agility / ADP I needed to have, like, DS whatever iframes. Because I don't know the values, I just knew that it was iframes, so I wanted it. So someone told me I leveled, like, more. I probably leveled more ADP than I needed to. Because, yeah, I have 33, so 106 agility. I think it's 28. No, it's not the right key. Try this door. But yeah, the thing about Dark Souls 3 is that, like, in Dark Souls 3, you just don't need very many levels to be strong. Because Sharp Gem is, like, so good with a decent dex weapon. And then, like, it's a modern FromSoft game, so you, like, barely need endurance, like, to function. Like, did I meet Ornifex? Up there? Yeah, he's up there. I'm just trying to find Belfry gargoyles at this point. That's not Ornifex? Okay. Then I probably didn't meet Ornifex then. I met the other soul transposition NPC so that I could get Alon's sword. But yeah, so in Dark Souls 3 you just need like if you get, and it's not just the cell swords either. There's like a couple weapons, like if you use a sharp gem on like any like moderately good dex weapon and then just get to like 40 dex, like you'll have pretty good damage with that. And yeah, like I said, you really don't need endurance. Like it's still good and we level it in the run, but like if you want to, you can really just get 40 dex and then put the rest in health. And you're gonna feel really strong. When did the DLC start? Fairly late. They're like ordered a little differently than they used to be. But it's like after Prince's basically. Or no, it's +8. You're doing a +4 route probably. But you do most of base game. Though he's talking about in the speedrun specifically. In the speedrun for Dark Souls 3, we actually do DLC 1 really late now. For complicated routing reasons, but yeah, DLC 1 is accessible really early and like not balanced to be super intense. Where is this? Hey, Kitch. We did Dark Lurker Kitsch. We're just trying to find Bell Gargoyles now. Oh, that's not real. It's not even real. I just have Demon Souls to play after I finish this game, and I will have played them all. Yeah, Dark Lurker was fun. The dungeons were not fun, and having to repeat the dungeons to retry Dark Lurker was not fun. But it wasn't the worst, because I didn't die to Dark Lurker that many times. Yeah. There are some, like, really good upgrade materials you can get really early in DLC 1. If you want to go there early. Like, casually, but... in this speedrun, it's just very slow to pick up upgrade materials in general in Dark Souls 3, unfortunately, because you need so many of them. I will be playing Demon Souls probably tomorrow, Wanda. I've already got it set up. Assuming that I do beat this today like I intend to, which we're very much on schedule to. Yeah, I will start Demon Souls immediately. I've already tested it and stuff. The original on PS3. Yeah, OG. I haven't, like, tested, like, how it's gonna look on stream and everything, but, appears to be a +6 route. Yeah, that makes sense. Probably after Prince's, then Death Chain. It was a really fun game. I'm looking forward to it. I'm also looking forward to having played all the Souls games. Yeah, I don't have a key for this either. Weird. Sizable, yeah. Just Armored Core left? Yeah, not immediately anyway. Well, so I am doing a marathon at the end of January. And I'll be running Sekiro in that. So the hope is that we'll finish Demon Souls and have just enough time for me to do some, like, marathon practice on stream. And that'll be my normal Sekiro all bosses, which I have been doing some off stream. So I'm not actually too rusty at it right now. Yeah, it's for Ali's Fleet Fest. Demon Souls is the worst first play experience, but it's still a good game. Very vague on explaining any of its mechanics. Yeah, I think that some of that might be mitigated for me from having seen it before, at least a little bit, and having played all of the other Souls games. But we'll see. But yeah, so part of the reason I'm doing this marathon too, or one of the things that I'm trying to accomplish rather with this marathon, is giving KK Counter Kitty some marathon couching experience. So I'd like to do at least one run where I'm doing, like, my marathon practice, but KK will be on, like, Discord with me, so that she can practice commentary a little bit with me as well. So that's what we'll be doing, like, after Demon Souls. Okay. I'm open to being guided to the Belfry at this point. Or if you tell me, like, vaguely what I need, I can look it up or something. Because I've been through here all, like, multiple times. Also enjoyed Demon Souls, but was spoiled on a lot of the hidden mechanics of the game that are not explained. Yeah. Well, and, like, I know that, like, Demon Souls also has some, like, super long runbacks. Casually. Google Belfry Gargoyles. Yeah, I could just watch a guide. make sure I'm in a spot with no enemies. It's a Ferris Lockstone after an invis wall, or an illusory wall? Okay. I was looking for a Ferris Lockstone. But if I need to find an illusory wall first, might be part of the reason I'm not finding it. DS2 has most of the worst runbacks. Yeah, so that was what surprised me about DS2, I guess. Yes, I did do Dark Lurker. Left of Servant Quarters bonfire. Okay. Like DS2, I do, like, so of what I've played at least. Well, okay. So when I played DS1, I was surprised at how long... many of the runbacks were. DS1 has a lot of runbacks where you have to run back really far for, like, no reason. And it's not that hard. But it's just like you're running really far. But yeah, I agree, DS2 has the worst runbacks because of the mechanic changes. Like, for the most part, you don't have to run back nearly as far in Dark Souls 2. But, like, yeah, not having iframes and having a lot of enemies and stuff. Oh. This is the one room I didn't go in, apparently. Oh, how did I... I've never been down here. How the fuck did I never go down this room? I knew there was a ladder there. Okay. Thank you, Deschain. Okay. 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 Do noobs also always run out of Ferris Lockstones right when they need them, Skull? Peak comedy? I know. It is, yeah. Alright, let me, let me look up where Ferris Lockstones are. Because I'm definitely just going to have to look at a list and be like, I think I got that one, or I definitely didn't get that one. This boss is so... This is going to be so stupid, too, because I'm going to just destroy them, because I'm over-leveled. But I'm going to do all this shit for... I'm going to do all this shit for, you know, so that I've done it, for completion's sake. Oh, there's one in Majula in the mansion. I never got into the mansion. You get into the you just buy a key, right, for the mansion? Get the key from the cartographer. I definitely haven't used the one in the mansion because I never found my way into the mansion. Place near a beginning area. Okay. So I'll just look up the cartographer then. Hail. Forest of Fallen Giants. Oh. I think I remember this guy, the digging guy? Maybe he gave me the key. Maybe I have it. No, I don't. Okay. Fruit by the foot? Nice. I still like Fruit by the Foot, but I always feel bad, it's this way. I always feel bad, buying it, because you get, like, 6 in a box. And it's expensive. And yeah, I feel like I have to eat, like, 3 of them. Have I seen Dunkaroos? Yeah, I wasn't a big Dunkaroo cultist as a kid, though. I think Kiwi liked Dunkaroos. She was younger. Oh, they changed him? Yeah, that's what I was like. Yeah, I had to think about what I was even saying. Okay, let me warp. I don't know why I like ran over here instead of warping. They're like a sugar cookie. Hmm. Yeah, okay. Oh, she gave me the Serpent Ring +1. I missed all the good stuff.
They say it's kind of about
There we go, okay.
lively.
It was like... It's like over here. Or over... To remember. Does he climb up? Oh wow, a lot of damage. Oh, I also never went down there. Yeah, I didn't, I discussed nothing with her. I bought some things from her. And that was pretty much it. Oh, I've never been down here either. I talked to Lucatiel. Lucatiel was cool. They just have to be interesting enough. Got a cool hat? Yeah. Lucatiel's got a cool lot of things, if we're honest. She's pretty sick. I get why people like her so much. Doing a victory lap anyway? Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I think we've got plenty of time to beat this today. I'm not too worried about it at this point. Dark Lurker was the only thing where I'm like, I have no idea how long. I had no idea how long it was going to take. And it didn't take that long. So I don't mind wandering around here. Especially since I can just kind of demolish these guys. And if I can remember how to get back to that NPC, I know that there's a lockstone, and maybe I'll find another lockstone. Oh, the bastard sword. Make some more saves. Yeah, you know, whatever. At least until the kitchen is free for napping. Wow, this guy's not very observant. I remember the area that they're telling me to go to, but I don't remember how to get there. And now we're just wandering. Brutta. I'm over here. Congrats on finding the longsword, yeah. We did it. Oh, it's like over that wall. Oh, there's a bonfire here. Never knew this was here. The first pursuer spawns? I don't remember how to get there either. I remember where the pursuer boss fight is. I think the first place I got attacked by the pursuer was actually after Smelter. There's a merchant lady. Okay. Hold on. Yeah, we could, I mean, because I don't care. At this point, we could just say, like, I definitely did not find Belfry Gargoyles casually. I would not have found Dark Lurker casually. I feel pretty good about the other stuff I would have, It's on the other side of that wall. Noted. Surely I can do the strat, right? That's cool, Skell. I'm a god. Go up. Okay. Noted. Oh, no. Oh, well, alright. Well, we're doing that then. Hey, BSD. Welcome back, BSD. Thanks for the resub. We are back to streams. Yeah, I don't know what my schedule's gonna be exactly yet. I was doing Monday, Wednesday, Thursday, but like... Oh, right, it's down in there. Right, Pursuer spawns up here. Right, yeah. I remember now. Yeah, it's like in this cave. Which I get to... Sir? Well, this'll work. But yeah. But then, okay, so Regal's show... I like watching Regal's show, and Regal's show now is like on Monday. Exactly when I start streaming. And if I'm honest, also, Leah tended to be free on Mondays. So... streaming on Tuesdays instead, I could,
like none I'd ever seen.
I can, like, play Zomboid with Leah and Kiwi while watching, Regal's show. And just stream on Tuesday. But, so next,
That's why I came to the kingdom.
I guess Regal's next show, though, will be,
That wasn't it. Then what?
will be on a Thursday, so...
Well, you look wonderful. Shit. Here.
There we go,
What a
okay.
joy to...
But yeah, Regal's, his next show is going to be on a Thursday, and I don't know if that's going to be his permanent schedule or not. So I'll have to ask him and then decide what the hell I'm going to do for my normal schedule. But yeah, Regal didn't have a show yesterday because it's GDQ, like actual GDQ is on right now. I think that was just a death hole. Okay, we'll just warp back. We're doing all this to get a Ferris Lockstone in case anyone's forgot why the fuck we're wandering around Forest of Fallen Giants. Yeah. Okay, so the funny thing also is that unexpectedly Kiwi and I actually now have enough money that we could have gone.
Bearer of the curse until
But obviously we didn't know that. Gotta be stoked he isn't there, I'm sure. But I'm also sure it's plenty cold where he is at, so maybe he didn't really escape that much. Or bigger? No. Hurts. Yeah, but oh well, hindsight 2020. At least we'll have enough money to go to Pittsburgh next year. But yeah, thanks a lot for the resub, BSD. Welcome back. I'm happy to be home. Well, I mean, I guess to be fair though, if we had like, there we go. If we did have to go to, if we had like planned to go to GDQ like right when we got back, like we're still sick. Oh, well, I meant 2025 actually. But I mean, we could easily go in 2026 too, but like, yeah, for whatever the fur con is. Pittsburgh this year. I forget the name of. Okay, now we go to Lost Bastille. But yeah, we want to go to Pittsburgh sometime this year. Anyway. What's this one? Anthrocon, yeah. Know about this because of baseball. Caught, yeah. You have to justify. I'm just married to a furry, so. We did it. We did it. Hey, buddy.
A long time ago, the princess she made me. Yes, just like so. To guard this bell for the prince's honor.
I like this guy's energy.
Stay away, foul and dead, or you will be a goner.
Only you and Bun enjoy baseball. Yeah. Yeah, not Bun Dumpling, not Bun, because Leah is not a sports person either. I learned the kanji for baseball BSD, but I don't know it well enough that I could write it. Actually, that one I'm not even 100% sure I could read it. But I have technically learned it. UQ? Yeah. I remember that the second kanji, like, it means ball, but, like... I remember... Or Yakyu, yeah, okay. I remember that the second part... Yeah, I remember that the kanji for ball there is, like, a combination of, like, King's Request. And I thought that was, like, really funny. That was really funny to me. Yeah. Oops. Play me some field ball if it was called that. I have been making some progress on my kanji. There are definitely some that I can read now. I can read Watashi, or Watashi now, as a kanji, which is good because that one obviously gets used a lot. Okay, so I have to do something. Get angry at me for being the biggest weeb. I'm using dual katanas right now, Skel. Debate about that one is life. Yeah, because that's... I know that... I remember life is like... It has the... Like the bud part in a... like at the top. The top left instead of there. Because I remember that like life and... like King and Jewel... are all really close. Because I also have learned, like, the kanji for country, kuni, or, koku is the onyomi, or kuni is the kunyomi. It's, like, a box around Jewel, I think. Jokes about Okarun's balls. Okay. Well, that part went over my head. Yokuyata. Spacey. Sun. Spacey sun. Isn't the same when you don't get invaded every 2 seconds? Oh, is that how it is in Scholar? Glad we're not playing Scholar. Okay, this will probably be very easy, because they're probably gonna die. There you are, buddy. Okay, I should actually avoid their attacks, though, and then hit them. I'm not doing, like, crazy damage. This could definitely be a hectic fight if I wasn't, like, super overleveled. But I am. Thank you. Mostly it was like they just weren't doing any damage to me. Go birds. Hamatama. Used as the word sometimes. They asked you why you were saying balls. Feels, man. It feels like you get bullied by Japanese speakers a lot, Kitch. That seems rough. Megatron Lions jersey. Pretty girls here are Lions fans. The Bijo. I know that kanji as well. I think we're just ready to end the game now. Is there anything else I want to do? Skela's in Houston, yeah. The only sound you hear trying to do this drop. Forgot how to do one Kani on your phone. I've been using a combination of things, but Leah also got Kiwi and I a bunch of she got us a bunch of Japanese textbooks that she used when she learned it. So I've also been using that a lot. It's here, and then it's here. Take Japanese classes for free. That would be pretty sick. Yeah. Yeah, it's what I would assume, right? You're working for a university. BSD works for a university. Are you kidding me, bro? Oh, I forgot I had RTSR on. I don't need this anymore anyway. Which one is the king? Oh, what does this do? What the hell does that do? There it is. Increases the attack strength of hexes, but casting them reduces HP. Okay. Where's the king? Reduce enemy stamina. Oh, there it is. Boost dark damage, I see. Hex, yeah. I've been told hexes were like really, really insanely strong on like old patch of this game, I think. Did I kill Vendrick? Yes, I did. I killed Vendrick with 2 souls, or was it 3 souls? Vendrick was another one where I had to repair my weapon multiple times while I was fighting him, but, you know, that's my own damn fault, because I didn't want to get more memories. Still really solid in current patch, just not busted. I see. Speedruns with hexes were almost OTKs. I think hexes are still what they use in RBO, because RBO uses old patch. Didn't even know you could fight Vendrick. Is there another way with Vendrick, other than fighting him? Oh, okay. I thought you had to kill Vendrick to finish the game. It's not a very interesting fight, Carl. I kind of enjoyed doing it with, with like only 2 giant memories. Just because it was, like, hard, even though it wasn't very interesting. But, like, yeah. I did Ancient Dragon as well. I didn't mind Ancient Dragon as much, because I knew vaguely about the speedrun spot. And I managed to, like, kind of reverse engineer it and figure out exactly where to stand. Because there's a spot between Ancient Dragon's toes, where Ancient Dragon will just cycle between, like, the fire breath between... I don't remember if it's a he or she. Between its legs and, like, one particular stomp, and you could just, like, walk to not get stomped, basically. And as long as you're good about your positioning, you shouldn't get the downward fire. Yeah, it has to be... It felt like it had to be the right foot as well. I tried the other foot for a while. It was not good. Holy shit, that did damage. I mean, I could probably just tank these guys. I don't know if you have to redo this fight if you die as well. Like if you die to Nash. Holy shit, Throne Watcher is so squishy. Do your attack. I'll just leave the King's Ring equipped then. The death scream is so dramatic. Yeah, it is. This is the end of the game. I'll use an effigy. Why not? Hey, Leah. Thank you for the good luck. I think Kiwi is sleeping still. I heard your lab got canceled today, but I don't know if you got other stuff you have to do. Oh, okay, they're... I see. Happy New Year. I did more bosses in this game. This is like the final set of fights for Dark Souls 2. And it's been fun being back on stream and seeing everybody again. We were just talking about Japanese stuff. You just missed it. I was telling them about everybody about the textbooks that you got us. And some of the kanji that I know. Shitty anime now. Demanded to be a slave in episode 2. Interesting. X. I'm dead. I was talking about Japanese stuff. Well, Kitchen BSD were also talking about Japanese stuff. Hey, yeah, thanks for the Happy New Year's, Max. DS3 is Japanese. Yeah. Yeah, and Carl was also talking about Japanese. There was a Japanese contingent of us. Too many weebs, not enough bands. Feels scale, man. His hammer doesn't have enough durability to ban all the weebs. Thought Miyazaki was Austrian, yeah. Almost. Sizable, yeah. I don't actually know how to read that kanji either. I don't remember the kun yomi or the on yomi. Hama? Ah, okay. I assume that's the kun yomi. I know you're supposed to have to kill them at the same time, but I do so much to Throne Watcher. I could probably just kill Throne Watcher. It would be fine. Even if I have to kill Throne Watcher twice. Keep getting a rolling L1 there. Kinda sucks. Aldrich AFK? Yeah. And yet it took us years to find it. Death Chain. That fight kind of, like, I don't know. Aldrich is the one that teleports BSD. Yeah, Gwendolyn, basically. It's like kind of a fun fight casually, honestly. But it always sucked in the speedrun because you could just lose 10 to 15 seconds based on attack RNG with literally nothing you could do about it. Even if you played the fight optimally, you could just get bad attacks. Oh, I thought he would do a follow-up there. I need you to do something, brother. Oceros? Oh, yeah. Well, I third. I just, like, immediately died while talking to Leah the second time.
Proven yourself to me.
No, nothing else will happen. Certainly not 2 more somethings. Nash looks cool, at least.
Now, be
It's like Aldrich. I mean, I guess I see what you mean. Supposed to roll through these, right? That's an explosion. It looked like it would be, but it's annoying. But now I know. I never want to trust the explosions, like the things that look like explosions. I'm always gonna like see if I can just get lots of damage in. May as well. I think it was like 25 Fahrenheit here today for most of the day. I'm assuming I have to do Throne Watcher and Defender again. Oh, there's a summon. There's 2 summons, I think. Or, no, just 1. Oh, no? Just Nash? Wow, that's crazy. Okay.
Brave undead.
Well, I mean, the skull stuff is also, like, on her dress is also kind of just neato, right? Oh, you can't put one there. What the hell? What am I supposed to do? What's out there? Extremely rude. Knows how to do this? Yeah. Well, they just made me repeat the whole ass dungeon to fight Dark Lurker again, and then you're telling me I don't have to do Throne Watcher Defender? Wild stuff. This is gonna be bad because it's gonna bait the laser. Worked out, actually. I'll do this while I wait for Aldia, I guess.
Many monarchs have come and gone. One drowned in poison, another succumbed to flame. Not one of them stood here.
Sizable, yeah.
You.
Yeah, this is not a game where the hardest boss is at the end.
Give us your answer.
Sekiro has a very hard final boss, actually. Like, the hardest boss in Sekiro is the final one. I don't know exactly when I get, like, hit by the lava, though. But I mean... Okay, there we go. Well, that doesn't even do very much damage. Oh, I don't do very much damage to Aldia there, though, either. So I guess there's not much point. I don't know if you have to do anything to get to do this, or not. Oh, do you have to find all the bonfires with Aldia? The good thing I did that, then. I know that this was not in the original patch of the game at all, like they added this after. I don't know much else about this fight. But it's also very easy, unfortunately. Yeah. Yeah, Aldi is not a very interesting boss.
I lost everything and remain here patiently.
So much gaming. I mean, yeah, this is actually a really hard boss, and I'm just that good.
But the question remains.
Character is one of your favorites. His voice is cool.
Light, dark, or something
I'm
else
not
entirely.
super... I'm not super, excuse me, familiar with the lore of DS2. Oh, can I do the other ending since I did the Covenant stuff? Lose you 40 seconds in the speedrun? Very cool. I don't want to sit. Sitting is bad for you, chat. Oh, and hey, Vic.
There is no path.
These almonds, Death Chain.
Beyond the scope of life, beyond the reach of dawn. What could possibly await us?
Are we vibing? We vibing wide? That's pretty cool.
And yet we seek it insatiably. Such is our fate.
Vibe party. But we walked away. Why did the credits say Scholar? This wasn't Scholar. This was Vanilla. Just wants to go back to Majula, yeah. Just want to talk to Emerald Herald. I swear this was Vanilla. No. The same reaction when you finished? Okay, so that's just like a thing. Yeah. Well, glad to know that that just is what the credits say. Okay, so my thoughts. I think literally everyone was right about this game. In every conceivable way. Yeah, the patch is called Scholar. Yeah, because Aldia is the Scholar of the First Sin. Yeah, I enjoyed it. I definitely still had fun playing it. I think, yeah, the atmosphere was really cool. A lot of the levels and the exploration were very good. The vibes were pretty good. It's just the boss fights. Yeah, like I said, like, I don't even think the, oh, good night, Leah. I don't even think the, yeah, I don't even think the boss fights were that terrible on balance, right? there were a couple fights that were like baffling, but most of it was like, you know, within the normal realm of like every Souls game has bad bosses, right? I don't think this game actually has more bad bosses than the other Souls games. Ancient Dragon is very weirdly bad, but also you're not really supposed to fight Ancient Dragon. I just don't know why they gave Ancient Dragon a boss health bar, basically, when they made the fight so ass, but you know, it's whatever. I think the thing is just that there's so many fights in this game that are just very forgettable, especially when you've played a lot of Souls games. But even if you compare them to like Dark Souls 1, like Dark Souls 1 has some boss fights that aren't like good, but you remember them because they're very unique, right? Like I don't think Moonlight Butterfly is a good boss in Dark Souls 1, right? But it's very pretty, and it is unique mechanically, so everyone remembers Moonlight Butterfly, right? Or like Capra Demon is like fucking a late game enemy with two dogs in a weird building with a staircase that makes no sense. But everybody remembers Capra because it's so like strange, and the arena is so weird. Like, so I don't know, something about Dark Souls 1 bosses, like even when they're bad, they're like memorable. Dark Souls 2 has a lot of fights that are like fine mechanically, but they're just very forgettable and not very interesting. And it's like, oh yeah, CMX. And then you get to the end, and there are some really good bosses in this game. So it's not like the game actually has like a ton of bad bosses, I don't think. But it has like it has a lot of forgettable bosses and like a few really good bosses at the end, is what I would say. And then yeah, so I think in my personal rankings, this is probably my least favorite. I wouldn't say that I hate it. I don't think it's garbage or anything. I found it very enjoyable as a Souls veteran, because a lot of stuff just kind of made sense to me. But, yeah. Oh, but what I will say as well, I noticed, like, in our community, I feel like there are a lot of people who either, like... There are a lot of people who like Dark Souls 3 and don't like Dark Souls 2, and a lot of people who like Dark Souls 2 who hate Dark Souls 3. And I think I kind of understand why now, because their strengths are, like, opposite, right? I'm a big Dark Souls 3 enjoyer because a lot of the boss fights in Dark Souls 3 are really solid, mechanically. They're challenging, they're interesting, they function pretty well mechanically and stuff like that. And so if you're, like, all about mechanics, Dark Souls 3 is like a really good entry in the series, right? But a lot of the areas and the lore and even some of the NPC quest lines, like compared to this game, like both playing DS1 and DS2, it really hit me how few NPCs there are in Dark Souls 3 by comparison. And a lot of the quests, I think, aren't nearly as interesting as the ones in DS1 and DS2. So if you're somebody who's like more interested in, like, if what you enjoy about Souls is more like the vibes, the characters, the areas, then I could see why you would like Dark Souls 2 a lot more than Dark Souls 3, right? Like, I kind of think I might do like a whole Souls tier list eventually, like once I finish Demon Souls. Just for content, I guess. Get political for one stream. But I'm kind of thinking that, like, yeah, if you value that kind of stuff over just, like, boss fights, then I think you would basically, like, reverse your positions on Dark Souls 2 and Dark Souls 3. Why you like 2 more than 3 personally. Yeah. Yeah, I think that's the biggest takeaway from me. There are some good bosses in this, but a lot of them are just okay. But definitely the vibes, the NPCs, the areas are a lot better than Dark Souls 3. So I get why a lot of Dark Souls 2 lovers really don't like Dark Souls 3. Because in terms of those kind of things, DS3 feels a lot more uninspired. It just has really good fights. Dark Souls 3 is just the game of really good fights. That's what it's good for. And it's really lacking in a lot of the other areas. Whereas Dark Souls 1, I think, is more of a balance. Dark Souls 1 has, like, immaculate vibes, and then, like, some really good fights, and then some very strange fights, but that are at least interesting, right? Dark Souls 2 is meh fights, but the exploration is great, the vibes are great, the characters, NPCs, and stuff are really good. Also, the cutscenes. The cutscenes in this were really good, which was something I wasn't prepared for, like having mostly just watched speedruns. But the cutscenes went really hard in this game. And yeah, I didn't expect that. But I really liked a lot of the cutscenes and stuff. I like Lord Drown. I like the whole curse thing and like the drama about that. That's like what your character's trying to do. Like find a way to cure like this curse. And that's why I like a lot of Lucatiel's dialogue, I think, too. Like I get why Lucatiel's very memorable to people. So yeah. I think those are my thoughts on this game, basically. It's good. It probably is my least favorite so far. Because mechanics mean a lot to me, and fights mean a lot to me. But yeah, there are things this game does better than Dark Souls 3, definitely. I get why people like this game now. Definitely. DS2 felt much more personal as well. Less of a world in chaos. Your kingdom is in ruins, your home is in disarray. Yeah, and I think, like, the idea that your character came here to try and cure their curse and stuff, and you're meeting other people also trying to cure their curse. I really dug that as well, and I think that also makes it feel more personal. When you dual wield 2 large greatswords. Yeah, and we did do some power stancing with the katanas, and it was fun. I'm sure the PvP also adds a lot, by comparison. Yes, Kitch? Weep? Yeah. That's me.